Well, this is the best kind of Friday. Welcome back, Vance Joy. Hi, it's great to see you.
Thank you so much. Good to see you.
Radio 104.5, it's been exactly, I went back and looked, it's been exactly to the day 2 months since we last spent some quality time
Was
together.
that 2 months ago?
2 months ago, yeah.
Whoa.
Do you feel like you've lived a lifetime since then?
Yeah, that also feels like it was just not long ago at all.
It goes
But,
one way or the
yeah,
other,
yeah.
right?
Yes.
We will catch up. We will do all of the talking. We'll find out what's been going on. But first, if you could start us with a song.
Sure, I'd love to. This is my tune called Fire and the Flood. I was only walking through your neighborhood, saw you light on honey in the cold. I stood anywhere I go, there you are. Anywhere I go, there you are. I've been getting used to waking up with you. I've been getting used to waking up here. Anywhere I go, there you are. Anywhere I go, there you are. There you are. There you are. You're the fire and the flood, and I always feel you in my blood. Everything is fine when your head's resting next to mine, next to mine. You're the fire and the flood. Since we met, I feel a lightness in my step. You're miles away, but I still feel you. Anywhere I go, there you are. Anywhere I go, there you are. And late at night, when you can't fall asleep, I'll be lying right beside you, counting sheep. Anywhere I go, there you are. Anywhere I go, there you are. There you are. There you are. You're the fire and the flood, and I always feel you in my blood. Everything is fine when your head's resting next to mine, next to mine. You're the fire and the flood. Listen here, she said, boy, when you know, you'll know, and I know. You're the fire and the flood, and I always feel you in my blood. Everything is fine when your head's resting next to mine, next to mine. You're the fire and the flood. Thank you.
That probably needs no introduction or recap, but Vance Joy is live on Radio 104.5 studio session style. Let's see, 2 months since the block party. Johnny and I were talking earlier. We said it feels like it was a lifetime ago, but you said it feels like it was overnight. So you've been on the road. You've been playing a couple of new songs. You wrote Lay It On Me in Malibu.
Yes.
Correct? And I read that 2 songs came out of that session.
Yeah.
Is the other one the new one? I don't want to mix this up. Take Your Time that we heard at the block party.
Yes.
Okay, it is.
Yes.
Okay, because I wondered if you had this other one in your back pocket that you were waiting to pull out and maybe share with us today, or just a little prod. Any sort of news, any sort of anything you want to get us caught up on.
Yeah, that it feels like yesterday. I was surprised it was 2 months because I guess you get in the routine of playing shows a lot, and so I obviously like Faces and the radio station. So I think of talking to you there and I'm like, oh, that feels like it could have been yesterday, because it's just like I'm back here and it's like I've been in this room before and that kind of things. But I've been working up some new material. So we've got, I think, 4 new songs in the set at the moment. So it's so I kind of say, I've got a few new songs to play, and that's really nice. And it's nice to play some new songs. It kind of reinvigorates the set. And just been kind of hustling, trying to, I don't know why I said hustling. It's not. I feel like there's I'm really doing a lot of hustling, but there's not that much hustling, to tell you the truth. But a lot of emailing, which is more accurate. But emailing, which is less exciting. But just about, I guess, album title and artwork and all those kind of things that are the final pieces for my album, and hoping that all comes together soon. And I can release some kind of like a whole bunch of new music.
Okay. All right. So an album, it's coming. I hear the word soon. This is all very good stuff. And so tonight at Union Transfer, it sounds like 4 new songs. So we're definitely looking forward to that. And we just had this awesome opening set from Amy Shark, who's opening up for you. And I just lost my train of thought. Union Transfer tonight, sold out show is where I was going with that. So Mike Jones, who we know and we love and we work with here at Radio 104.5, forwarded me an article from an interview you just did recently where it kind of struck me. I was a little bit surprised because you were really just sort of like open and frank talking about, your love life and being single. Wow. Well, and I was like, I feel like, that's a fairly personal thing. I thought it was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was I saying?
I don't know. Just you're single and being in the spotlight. Sometimes it's a different dynamic. Meeting people you don't remember. Did somebody make that up? Was it lies on the internet?
No, it wasn't lies. It wasn't. There was not. It was all real. I think I do remember saying something like that. But yeah, I'm a single guy. Yeah, I can't remember exactly what I said, but I'll stand by every word. Unless it was bad.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I really just wanted to use that as a launching point into talking about a different kind of love. Do you remember the first album, the first record that you really fell head over heels for?
Yes. I think it would have been Savage Garden, who's an Australian pop duo, and they had a lot of absolute hit songs, and it would have been 1996 or 7, and I think my mum took me to the CD store and got that album, and I was obsessed with the song I Want You, and it was like, ooh, I want you, I don't know if I need you, but ooh, I'll die to find out. And I remember I didn't know what the words were, and I was 8-year-old kid, and I was just like, ooh, I want you, I don't want to. And I remember playing basketball, and I was in my head, it was I feel like I was the most zen I've ever been. I was in the zone listening, Savage Garden took over my brain, and I'm I wish I could get back to that moment of just being totally at peace. So yeah, that was the album.
You can. It probably just takes a little bit more.
Yeah,
little bit more work. Radio 104.5. This is fun with Vance Joy. While we're sort of off in non talking about your music land, I love this, and I just think it's so much fun. I think it shows so much about your personality. If you could be on any game show from any time period, is there one that comes to mind? Maybe there's a cultural border here, or maybe there's not.
Actually, I'm not sure if this might have been a show that Australia stole the idea from America, but I mean, Survivor would be cool. I think just as a fun experience. Are
you that
totally
hardcore?
Humiliated. I don't know how hardcore I am. I'd find out. I want to there was a guy in the first season of Survivor in the year 2000. He was the guy that he was the guy that provided fish for the tribe. Do you remember that guy? He had a spear. He went and speared all those fish, and
So I don't know if I'd be that guy, but he's a good example of someone who was hardcore. And there was this other show in Australia called Amazing. Have you guys heard of this show? It was a show. It's for kids. And there's like a maze, and it's all indoors in like a TV set, and there's keys that are hidden inside this maze, and it's like this super cool, like fun kind of, I guess like obstacle course, and then keys are hidden, and the kids have to find the keys. So, and that was pretty cool. So Amazing. Survivor and Amazing.
They'd probably have to expand the maze for a grown-up.
Yeah. I mean, I would get stuck because I've got really stiff hips. Like, I'm not very flexible. So I just like get stuck on the first. Like, if I was on American Ninja Warrior, it'd just be like watching a plank of wood just fall in the water straight away. Like, not even to feel like that was the worst. Like that. I watched that show. And I'm like, that is the pinnacle of human ability.
We've seen you skateboard. It's not that bad.
Yeah, it's not horrible, actually. I do like doing that.
Yeah. I look forward to seeing pictures or videos of you spearing fish on Instagram in the
the backlash would be like killing innocent fish. Like, I don't know. But
guys gotta eat, man.
Guys gotta eat. But I do have enough money to buy lunch, so I feel like I don't know.
Survivor. It's Vance Joy, Radio 104.5. How about another song?
Yes, great. This is my song, Lay It On Me.
I'm so gone. Anyone could see that I'm wasted. You cut through, and I just wanna know what's in your head. Write it on a piece of paper, honey. Put it in my coat before I go. Hidden in a place you know I'll find it. Oh, later when I'm sitting all alone, let me in. Everything starts at your skin, so new. Your love's always finding me out. Who am I kidding? If all my defenses come down, baby, will you lay it all on me now? Lay it all on me now. Lay it all on me now. Lay it all on me now. Snow comes down. Everything is new and different. I found you, hidden in plain sight. Why'd I take so long? Write it on a piece of paper, honey. Put it in my coat before I go. And let me in. Everything starts at your skin, so new. Your love's always finding me out. Who am I kidding? If all my defenses come down, baby, baby, will you lay it all on me now? Lay it all on me now. Lay it all on me now. Lay it all on me now. Lay it all on me, oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. Your love's always finding me out. Who am I kidding? If all my defenses come down, baby, baby, will you lay it all on me now? Lay it all on me now. Lay it all on me now. Lay it all on me now. Lay it all on me now.
Thank you.
Vance Joy's on Radio 104.5 live studio session, acoustic style with Lay It On Me. It's been fairly well documented that song took a while to sort of come to fruition. You had the music or a guitar riff for a little while, and then, excuse me, Everything Starts at Your Skin came, and then the song sort of came together. And it was a process, right?
Yeah, it was, yeah. And it's nice when you have all these ideas lying around, and then I almost had given up on that guitar riff, and the initial hope that gave me that riff in like 5 years ago, I was like, oh yes, this won't be long, I'll have a song soon. And then I just tried heaps of times trying to write a song, and then it never worked. And then so I'd basically given up on it, and then I was in a studio and I played it, and luckily I was doing a co-writing session with this guy Dave Bassett, and he kind of was like, oh, play that again. And then he sang a melody that became the melody for the verses, and I had another idea for a chorus, and we kind of glued it all together. And I wish that happened every time I went into a songwriting session, that there was that kind of just that chemistry and that bang, bang, bang. But it doesn't always work like that. But I'm grateful for every time it did. And those, like you said, those 2 days in Malibu, we came out with a song each day. And I was like, oh, I really needed, they came at the right time, because I was like, I've got a few songs, but I really want some songs that I'm really proud of. And luckily they came along.
I was going to ask, what was sort of the equal and opposite thing in songwriting for you? Is there a song that came that fast, but sort of Late On Me came really, really slowly, but then also really, really fast? Is there a song that came together just immediately of all of your catalog?
Not that many actually. I wish that I could write them all from start to finish. Often, sometimes it's often not like the songs that end up being like singles, or the ones that are like kind of bigger, kind of instrument, like more produced songs. If it's a song that's like a really stripped down, just like kind of basically just me and the guitar, and it's like it's not necessarily like a epic kind of like drums, like kick drum, 4 to the floor. Those ones come along a bit quicker, and when they don't have necessarily like a really obvious chorus, it's kind of like those ones come quickly, and sometimes I write them all in one session, so it's good. I guess I'll take any song, whether it's like a big band song or just whatever. It's like I'm happy for everyone.
That's cool. Well, and I don't write songs, so I have no idea. So it's
yeah. I sound like I'm that got a little bit like psychiatrist chair then, but
no, I love it. This is why we do this. Vance Joy is here playing a sold out show at Union Transfer tonight. You bought back tickets from scalpers, from evil, dirty scalpers. I love that. That is so cool to give a few more real fans the chance to be there. Do you have a squad? Did you hire some goons?
I have a special squad, yeah. I guess it starts with my managers being onto it, and then the agent and also promoters knowing where the tickets are going. And they basically source who's the real people and who's the scalpers who buy a bunch of tickets and then resell them for overpriced. It was funny because we were at a show. It was like, it would have been in Portland or something, and there was a line, and there was like scalpers out the front, and they're like, "Hey Vance," and I don't know, I didn't know who it was immediately, and I was like, "Yeah, what's up?" and like shook their hand and like high fived the guy. And Rach is like my manager. She's like, "They're like the scalpers that like bought all the tickets," and I'm like the nerve of them. They're like at the show, they're like, "Hey man, like we tried to like fully ruin this show." But it was,
You didn't do that again. All right, so sold out show at Union Transfer tonight, Vance Joy. But our time with Vance is not over. We're going to continue at radio1045.com. Are you wearing the nail polish today? Do you have
I am,
polish?
yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about that, and you can see that over at radio1045.com. But for now, throwing it back to the studio. Okay. All right. So it's nail polish, which I just think is super cool, but it's for a really great cause too.
It is. It's a charity. It's called The Polished Man, and it's apparently it's this horrible statistic that 1 in 5 children dies every minute, but from some kind of violence. Is that right, Reg? And it's some crazy thing like that. And you polish a nail, and basically I raised money over October and the money that is raised goes to different charities that support children. So, Yeah, it's cool. I think it's like, and it's kind of like there's a few different people doing it. Like actually, the Prime Minister of Australia is doing it, which is like our president. So it's cool, like raising awareness. And
That's cool.
He's not a bad guy, I guess. If he does that, he can't be that bad. Like,
yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Will you continue wearing the nail polish after October is over? I think it looks good.
Actually, yeah, I gotten used to it. I've forgotten about it a bit, and people like, it's obviously a good cause, but I'm like, if I'm like talking to someone, they're like, oh, what's that? I'm like, it's for a charity. And they're like, oh, we like you. They like you immediately. So not that I want to take advantage of people, but I shouldn't have said that last bit about.
You probably don't need
like
much help.
That undercuts everything I just said about the charity thing. It's like, it makes me look like a good guy.
I don't think you need any more help looking like a good
this
guy.
This bit isn't on the radio, so.
Okay, this was I feel like half of the things we talked about last time at the block party came from things I saw on Instagram. And maybe a week or so ago, you had a book in a photo on Instagram, but you couldn't tell what it was. I looked, I tried to zoom in. What are you reading? Is it any good? Florence from Florence and the Machine has her own book club.
Yeah.
Vance Joy Book Club someday. Tell me what you're reading if you like it.
Yeah, I was reading Slaughterhouse-5 by Kurt Vonnegut and really loved that book, and just really refreshing view of the world. It's like he's like from a different planet, and he talks about different planets, but yeah, very great sense of humor, that guy, and he's a legend, and his videos on YouTube are amazing, so he's a bit of an idol.
Have you moved? Did you finish it?
I finished.
Have you moved on?
I've moved on to a new book called I Want It Now, and that's about a guy who's he works in television, and he's got like a current affairs show, like kind of like a news show, and he's like an anti-hero because like his vibe is that he wants to just rise social ranks, and he wants to marry a girl that's really rich, and he meets a girl that's really rich, and he's like, bang, like, you're the one, like, I'm going to marry you, going to be like sorted for the rest of my life. But it seems like, I think the character's he's going to be a better guy than he starts out. He's going to actually like fall in love with her, and it's not going to be about the money. That's what I'm hoping anyway. ... to be continued. Let's see. Your real name is not Vance. Did you have nicknames growing up as a kid? Yeah. So my name is James, and my last name is Keogh, which is an Irish name. It's Keogh, and the GH is silent. And I just thought Vance Joy is an easier name to pronounce. But my nicknames, I was Keogh to my friends. And then when I was playing football at school, I don't know where this came from, but it was Keyball. I was Keyballs, and then just shortened to Balls. So if people like balls, I was like Balls, and then like they'd say it like Keyball, like that, and Balls. So that was a nickname, Balls. And like Mom's like, why is everyone calling you Balls? Like, and there's like in the football club, it's like all different ages. Like I was 18, there's like a 33-year-old man being like, oi, Balls, and it's like, my mum's like, his name's James. He's my beautiful little boy named James. It's not Balls. Yeah, so Balls.
I may not recover from Okay, all right, I'm wiping the tears away.
I'm glad that's out, actually. I'm glad that's out.
Okay. Very cathartic. It's more like sitting at a couch than a studio session. So I love Halloween. It's my favorite holiday. Everything else is like here. Halloween is way up here. Are you a Halloween guy? Do you get into that? Have you been thinking about the upcoming festivities?
I have been thinking about it. Unfortunately, I'll be in London when Halloween's happening, so Halloween isn't the same when you're not in America, because in Australia we know about it, and when you're a kid you kind of dream about like just going down the street and getting candy, but it's not a reality. Like if you knock on someone's door and you're like, trick or treat, they're like, yeah, you want a banana? you're like, do you want a doorstop? You're like, yeah. So we didn't really have it, but I want to dress up, but I don't know. I'm playing a show that night, so I'll be in dress up. People might not know what's going on.
Well, the internet exists. You could maybe you start it over it. Maybe you like reignite. I don't know, ignite this thing, or maybe you just come back and play a Halloween show in Philly in 2018.
Yes, that would be the thing to do.
Once the album that's coming soon is out.
Yeah, once the album's out, then I'll be touring and hopefully just keep touring, and hopefully I'll be here on Halloween because I have an idea. I want to dress up as, I guess one idea was like someone that's really into like kind of out, like, you know, like the granola person. Is that like a thing? Like I want to be like
Hippie?
granola person. Like, yeah, just like sandals, socks, like mosquito net, and just like people be like, I don't know, is it Halloween or is it like super dorky, just hiking guy walking around the street with like poles, like being like, whoa, I'm traversing the main street.
And he's funny too. All right, I would love to see that happen. Halloween, October 31st, 2018, Philadelphia. Let's talk to some people. But I see you have a ukulele. Do you
Yes.
have one more song for us?
Yes, yeah. I'm going to finish with my song Riptide. Okay.
I was scared of dentists in the dark. I was scared of pretty girls and starting conversations. All my friends are turning green. You're the magician's assistant in their dreams. Oh, 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 oh. And they come unstuck, lady, running down to the riptide, taken away to the dark side. I wanna be your left-hand man. I love you when you're singing that song, and I got a lump in my throat, 'cause you're gonna sing the words wrong. Here's this movie that I think you'll like. This guy decides to quit his job and head to New York City. This cowboy is running from himself. She's been living on the highest shelf. Oh, 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 oh. And they come unstuck, lady, running down to the riptide, taken away to the dark side. I wanna be your left-hand man. I love you when you're singing that song, and I got a lump in my throat, 'cause you're gonna sing the words wrong. I just wanna know if you're gonna stay. I just gotta know. I can't have it any other way. I swear she is destined for the screen. Closest thing to Michelle Pfeiffer that you've ever seen. Oh, lady, running down to the riptide, taken away to the dark side. I wanna be your left-hand man. I love you when you're singing that song, and I got a lump in my throat, 'cause you're gonna sing the words wrong. A lady running down to the riptide, taken away to the dark side. I wanna be your left-hand man. I love you when you're singing that song, and I got a lump in my throat, 'cause you're gonna sing the words wrong. And I got a lump in my throat, 'cause you're gonna sing the words wrong.
Thank you. Thanks, Amber.
Thank you for the conversation, for making me laugh till I cried, for the music, and for your time. We're always so glad to have you here.
It's such a good setup. Thank you. I love it.
And thank you, Vance Joy.